If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Hello, kitty. This is your Julie, the Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio with host Michael Bones, Rob Humphrey, and Cass Lovecraft.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What do you want me to do, dude? It happened.
God damn.
Not Rob coming in with the formal, Cass Lovecraft, and then Mikey just belching when he says my name.
Oh, we're acting like a fucking barn animal. What is wrong with you?
Happy New Year. We're back. This is what you waited for.
Like you ain't got a mute button over there. I know you got a fucking mute button.
I do. What do you mean? Of course I got a mute button. I got all kinds of buttons.
And where are my balls?
What do you mean? Of course I do.
Can you make that a clip or something after the fact? That was too good.
I don't clip myself. And you know what? Honestly, Cass, it is shameful that you would think I would make a clip of anybody.
Oh my god.
For that matter.
Fuck you.
All right. Anyway, we are back. We took off last week, guys. Yeah. New year, little rest. We had a hell of an end to 2025, and we're going into 2026 with a really, really fun group of people that listen to this show and participate in the show and just, all different facets of Slasher Radio as a whole. And we have a lot of cool stuff that we're already lining up. Last year will be tough to top, but we have the Slashies coming up, which we'll get back to shortly. Then we're going to be getting into Murder Madness a couple weeks after that. Murder Madness is also very big, very controversial. A lot of people get mad at us. So we got to start working on that. Our October was huge last year. We're going to try and do that again, obviously. We have a lot of shit going down. We got Murder by Numbers in the middle and a lot of conversations with a lot of different people to bring you more interviews, more really cool stuff and really cool people already lined up just for funsies along the way. So 2026 looking pretty nice.
Hell of a deal.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of work, though. I'm out.
Tell me about it. All right, but anyway, this week, well, even before that, we're going to get to drink roll call. We're going to get to the mailbag. We're obviously going to get to the movie of this week. This is a cast pick, by the way.
One from the list.
Hey, this was a us pick. This was a movie that was mentioned that was added to our Slasher Radio watch list that Rob has access to.
I don't, but okay.
And I just closed my eyes and pointed, and that was the movie that we got.
All right. So, Mikey, take it off the list.
I checked it off already. I'm the list bitch. I'm the list bitch to help Mikey out. I try to help him out. I'm a good friend.
Me too. I always help him out.
I hate it here. You stop throwing me off track. God damn.
Take it off the list.
I don't do the list.
Take it off the list.
I took it off the list already. Proceed, Mikey.
You sure?
Oh, I'm positive.
The Taking of Deborah Logan is what we're going to be getting to. Obviously, it's the movie pick for this week. But we do have an announcement, an update on the Slashies. Big news here. So we're going to be doing the Slashies starting on January 22nd. Will be week 1. January 29th will be the release of week 2. Slashies, big deal. Movies, television series, video games, all horror, obviously. And we're going to be coming up with a new topic for this year, a new category of voting. which we are not ready to announce yet.
Yep, it's the most exciting one I think we've ever had.
Don't hold us to that. It would have to be really good, and we don't know yet. But anyway, so they will be voting out on our socials about that this week. All right, so that'll be starting up sometime this week. We'll have an official date next week.
The Slashies, the most coveted award in all of Hollywood.
He's not lying. I would never lie either. That's true.
Right. Plus, we got to start taking. Eventually, we'll have to take nominations for the Slasher Radio Hall of Fame, the Lord Humphrey Lifetime Achievement Award.
That's the other thing. There's a lot of show awards that go on in there.
Yeah.
And we do every year enter somebody into the Slasher Radio Hall of Fame who will be joining the likes of Amber, who, by the way, we need to save Amber. There's a Save Amber Foundation. You guys need to get in touch with us privately about that. You need to save Amber from Greg.
Also, can you save me from Craig?
Yeah. Bobby Spitzer, also in the Hall of Fame. IR Chris, an esteemed member of the Slasher Radio Hall of Fame.
Hell of a deal.
It's a long road, but Chris got there last year.
Chris had a hell of a time with that. That was insane. And also Al Bundy, of course.
Al Bundy, yeah, of course.
It's in our Hall of Fame. But we will be adding somebody else into the Hall of Fame this year. That goes along with the Slashes, a lot of show stuff. So patreon.com/Slasher Radio. Get involved with that. It is. How did you do it again, Rob? The patrons nominated and you picked.
Well, no, it's like all the other show awards. I get together with a secret panel of judges and we decide.
Yeah, but there was nominations last year.
Yeah, no, they're nominations. They nominate people, and then, myself and the whole secret panel of judges get together and decide.
Okay. There's no secret panel of judges. You're just a pain in the ass.
This secret panel.
Has the secret panel they still dislike me a little bit?
Yeah, they do not like you.
Has it changed at all from last year?
No.
No?
Last I heard, they might like you less this year than they did last year.
That sounds fun for me. So anyway, just keep an eye out for that. Voting will be on our socials, Twitter, YouTube, all those things. That'll be starting up. And the 22nd and 29th, we'll do a combination, 2 categories a night. I haven't quite decided which will be on which, but stay tuned. Figure it out. Anyway, what are we drinking?
I'm getting another beer. You want one?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be right back.
All right, Dan. Rob, what are you drinking?
So I poured myself a glass of my favorite bourbon that I have. So I am drinking an E.H. Taylor small batch tonight.
Wow. You're getting fancy with this shit.
Well, I picked this bottle up a while back. It's one I picked up when I was at the Buffalo Trace Distillery, and I really, really, really like it. And so I'm drinking it very slowly because they're not impossible to find, but they're not exactly easy to find either. And sometimes when you do find them, they're stupid expensive.
Fair enough. I am drinking a small cup of straight Blackberry Crown Royal. Back to the crown.
Back on the Canadian whiskey, huh?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't call it Canadian.
Loves it.
I don't like to be reminded.
The Canadian quote-unquote whiskey, because it's blackberry.
I mean, it's still whiskey, though. Like, there's no question there. Whiskey.
Blackberry.
Blackberry whiskey.
Yeah, but blackberry's first.
Yeah. But still whiskey.
Child's
Canadian.
drink, Mikey.
Oh.
A Canadian child's drink.
Stop reminding me of the Canadian part. I don't like that. You know how I feel about that stuff. Cass, speaking of Canadian, what are you drinking?
What do you think I'm drinking?
I don't know. It's either something very, very white or Canadian water.
It's Canadian water.
God damn it.
Real Canadian water.
I'm the only one not drinking a Canadian drink tonight.
Why would you say that?
Wow.
Why would you say that out loud?
I'm just saying, it's the truth.
but again, I'm not saying it's not. But why would you say that out loud is the question.
I'm just making a point. It's like an observation. You do that sometimes in life. You observe things.
That's unfortunate for me. But okay.
Trace the call. It's coming from inside the house.
917-397-KILL. That's 917-397-5455. You can send it a text message for the show, voicemail for the show. You can also get into the mailbag on Patreon and YouTube. Patreon, you can comment directly on the post. And YouTube, you can comment on anything showy. None of the YouTube-y stuff. You know, like comment on that stuff, but that's not going to get you into the mailbag. So if you comment to anything show-related, you can get into the mailbag. Also, a whole nother YouTube account. If you do listen to this show on YouTube, hey, how you doing? We appreciate you. But there is a whole nother channel set up for just the podcast episodes. So it's not that the show is like a redheaded stepchild or nothing. The problem is the algorithm doesn't like it on YouTube. Podcasts aren't very video platform friendly in algorithm. So it was just best. And I think it works too. You know, it's like kind of its own little section. You can find it on our YouTube channel. So if you do subscribe to us on YouTube, go check it out. It's in our, like if you go to our YouTube homepage, like that home panel, it's on there. All the messages read by Ghostface, all the voicemails, if we ever get any more, we just play them and talk them. Are you guys ready for the mailbag this week? Oh shit, I'm not ready. Hold on.
Dropping the ball, Mikey.
I forgot I gotta share the screen.
First show of the year. Come on. Good Lord, what the fucking shit, man?
Bro, that's why you have to go on Do Not Disturb. Then that way you don't have that shit right in your ear.
I don't know how to do that, Gaz.
Yes, you do, because you turn your fucking thing online and offline. So it's just one of those tabs.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't warn you or nothing this time, dude.
Rob, join the call again.
What?
You left.
Well, then how come I can hear you?
Because we're in
Yes,
Zoom.
Oh
You gotta
my
be
God.
kidding me.
I had this shit down before. Where did Discord go?
Oh my God, I'm dying.
Is that what I need to join? Is Discord? Is that what I
Yeah.
left?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I can still hear you, so what difference does it make?
Because we're in Zoom. Oh my God.
Let me ask you this, Rob. For the voicemail, how are you going to hear the messages, the recording of the messages?
Honestly, it might be better for me if I did.
But you need to, is the thing.
So I have to do the Discord. There's Discord. I found it.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Proud
So
of
we're
you,
good.
Rob.
No, not
No,
yet.
you have to mute in Discord. Don't
What?
hang up.
Oh, no.
Is that not the mute button?
No, you're leaving the call.
You know, this used to just work, and we didn't have to do this shit.
Yeah, I know. I got a real mixer. This
All
toy
right.
doesn't do those things.
So it's not the red button.
No, on
No.
the far left-hand side where you see the microphone that has the dash through it, click that. That is your mute.
Oh, mute. Got it. Got it. Is that the one?
Yeah, you're good
All
now.
right.
Proud of you.
Holy shit, man.
Don't act like this is my shit, dude. I had this down, then we took a week off.
You have to make him a tutorial next time.
Or once again, before in the before times, we didn't have to do any of this.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. Fix it.
I tried. I almost broke the damn thing trying. It stays like this for now. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I was born ready. Been waiting on you guys.
Hello, Slasher Radio. You let the phone ring, and now I'm answering. I've been going through your messages. Some of you sound brave. Some of you sound very afraid. So, keep talking. Say what you'd never say out loud. Because once you leave it here, there's no hanging up. This is the mailbag. The first message is from Spyro. I came here for a jerk, and I didn't even get a single Hawk 2-ah.
God damn it.
Bit of a raw one if you ask me. Also, been a busy time of the year, but I hope you two bitch boys and Canadian milk bags have had an amazing silly season. Keen for 2026.
Oi. Love to hear from Spyro. Happy 2026, Spyro. Wish you all the
Yeah,
best.
happy 2026, Spyro. And I understand your frustration with this jerk too. It really what we learned this year is that Leah can screw up a circle jerk.
Wow. I didn't see it going there, is the thing.
Well, tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not going to comment on it. I'm not going to do it. But yeah, we're not saying that though, Spyro. That's the thing. You're not allowed to say that. I don't know why we need a hot tour in there. I don't get it.
Spit on that thing.
Well, that girl fell on hard times, didn't she?
Yeah. All from grace.
That- Imagine that didn't pan out.
Yeah. But yeah, don't appreciate the bitch boys, and good job on the Canadian milk bags.
Yeah, I can do without that, Spyro.
Canadian milk bags.
Cass almost got banned in his stream, by the way.
No, I never.
What'd you do now, Cass?
I
You're
did
causing trouble?
nothing.
Leave Spyro alone. He's trying to work when he's on stream.
Mikey, that's the problem.
At Mecha Spyro on Twitch. Great horror variety streamer. Check him out.
Happy New Year.
Boy.
Boy.
Can't say that.
The next message is from Carly. Merry Christmas, Slasher Radio. I'm so excited to see what 2026 has in store for the show. Very proud of everything you've done this year. Heart emoji. I was not familiar with any Full Moon Pictures productions. I'd heard of the Ginger Dead Man, but haven't watched it. Just watched Evil Bong, and I'm planning to work my way through those first. They're totally silly, but mindless fun, nonetheless.
Okay. Hell of a deal. Carly, appreciate the kind words.
I don't know the watch order on that.
What do you mean?
But, well, because Ginger Dead Man and Evil Bong, you end up at Ginger Dead Man versus Evil Bong. So you want to watch there might be an order that's preferred for you to watch those franchises in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, probably so. But we did take a week off, so Carly's probably watched this already.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you checking in and following up on that, Carly.
If you're curious, the order would be the Ginger Dead Man first, and then Evil Bong, and then Ginger Dead Man 2, Passion of the Crust, and then Evil Bong 2, King Bong, and Evil Bong 3D, The Wrath of Bong, and then Ginger Dead Man 3, Saturday Night Cleaver, and then Ginger Dead Man versus Evil Bong.
That's a lot of bad.
Yeah.
movies.
Well, there's 12 total, but I won't read all of them. But
Yeah.
The fact that Rob knows all those off the cuff of his head is
I
impressive.
don't. I looked it up. I didn't know the watch order. I had to look up the watch
Oh.
order. I knew the Ginger Dead Man ones, but
Take
I didn't
that
know.
back.
Yeah, I didn't know the Evil Bong. I haven't watched much of Evil Bong.
Yeah, I haven't seen even close to all of them either. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, Carly. Thank you for the kind words. We appreciate you, as always. I love hearing from Carly. And the rest of mailbag.
The next message is from IR Chris, the month of Tarantino. Death Proof, From Dusk Till Dawn, Planet Terror, and his #1 recommended horror film. Deep Red from 1975.
Okay. Chris following up again. Always solid feeling from Chris, man. He helps us with this shit.
Yes and no. I mean, Death Proof, fine, but From Dusk Till Dawn, he's in it, but he didn't. Yeah, and I think maybe he wrote it or co-wrote it. He didn't direct it though. But I could see it. Planet Terror, though, that's all Robert Rodriguez, right?
Yeah.
So that one kind of, I mean, it is the counterpart to Death Proof. And then Deep Red, I mean, we don't even need a reason. I'll watch that right now.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, Chris, that's solid. Like, if you were to do a month of Tarantino, like, that's how you would have to do it, to kind of reach for a couple different things, to make it horror for us.
We should do it. Horror or not, he's a great, 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 great director. One of the best.
I agree. But he knows that
Christopher
already.
Nolan.
Like, people, now
No,
you're getting carried
stop
away.
it. Stop your bullshit right now.
Yeah, it's her and Boogie with that too, by the way, Rob.
Who's screaming?
Oh, my God.
Both of them.
Boogie.
Yep.
I can't get a read on Boogie yet. I don't know where that guy falls.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you.
Great.
The Slasher Report, everybody needs to go check out the Slasher Report on YouTube. Very dear friends of the show. MF Boogeyman on Twitch as well. Ghostface, horror movies, all those things. You need to
I
check
was
him out.
hanging out in his stream the other day. And then Mikey showed up and ruined it, but we were having fun.
Your name jump scared me in his chat when I got in there. I was like, what? No. Nah, how you felt when I went in Sam and Brennan's chat.
Yeah, you stay out of our life in horror. That's my safe space.
Uh-huh. But anyway, the read on Boogie is he is one of the best, like, the best people you'll ever meet. Best heart, really kind, really funny, really fun, great guy. Very questionable tastes in horror movies.
Yeah,
Not
I
a
can't.
lot.
That's what I can't get a beat on is his taste in horror. I mean, he seems like a nice guy,
Me and him have so much in common. Even a fellow paisan. But goddamn, do we not see eye to eye in movie taste whatsoever. Telling me The Conjuring is a good movie. Like, that's how far apart.
Well, Conjuring is good.
All right, well, go hang out with him and Cass and watch whatever the fuck crap they want. Go ahead. Go have fun with that then. Where were we? I completely lost train of thought.
Well,
Chris.
Chris,
Good
yeah.
job, Chris. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no, that's the way. Yeah, I mean, doing it that way would make sense. Yeah.
Nice.
Hell of a deal.
All right, rest of the mailbag.
The next is a text message from Godzilla. Thank you, Mr. Bones, for the caring shout-out, as well as Cass and Radio Rob. I am doing better slowly. I got sick a little bit, and it felt like a xenomorph in my chest. I named him Rob. Rob, I wasn't here and still came after me, LOL. You're Elmer Fudd.
Oh.
And I am Bugs Bunny. a comedy bit that never dies.
You're right about
I will continue to support the show and continue my role as a Twilight killer, but also the Conjurer Slayer.
Oh, shit.
Sincerely, Godzilla.
Dude, he gives some of the best messages.
Oh, absolutely. That was 5-star Godzilla. He's going to come with me on The Conjuring to slay everybody who loves The Conjuring? Oh, my God.
We'll get the Conjuring done. Don't worry about it.
No. I'm saying he's going to help attack against The Conjuring.
I know. But we're going to get it done. We're going to get Twilight done first, and then it's going to be the Conjuring universe. We'll start with the Nun. We'll watch them in that order.
You almost made that happen.
Like chronological order. It'd be fun for everybody.
Oh, yeah. We're real blessed.
And we got to sit down and watch Gilmore Girls, too, Mikey.
Not doing that. Okay. Always good to hear from Godzilla. Glad you're doing better, Godzilla. Congratulations on your pet xenomorph. That's exciting. I've always wanted a Mogwai myself. Pet xenomorph pretty dope, too.
Named Rob.
Named him Rob. Yeah.
Just like Mikey's dog.
My dog is not named Lil Rob.
Little Rob.
All right. We have one more message. And it is, I'm going to let people know ahead of time.
This goes out to the Dummies of Horror podcast. Fuck you.
But we're dealing with right now.
Luffy sent us a message?
No, not the little beady eye bat. No, not him.
But he's too busy putting together the show and stuff.
Well, yeah, when you do everything.
Right.
I heard he even has to write a script for Tim every week. Like, Tim doesn't even think of his own shit to say.
Yeah, I had to get on him a little bit because I was like, their latest episode's like 2.5 hours long. I was like, Luffy, stop writing such long scripts.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's so long. And I don't even know how he has time to do it because he put together an awesome intro for their show, too, because it was like their yearly wrap up and he had like these movie clips and stuff in there. It was really good. I'm like, damn, Luffy. It was taking you hours to put that together.
Oh, I would know. Yeah. Luffy and I cut from the same cloth of putting in the dead. Yeah, no, I understand. Tim, be ashamed of yourself.
I mean, he could help him out a little bit.
Do something, dude.
Yeah.
At least be a fluffer. Come on, man. Do something. All right, we're going to get into Tim's message, though.
The next message is from Tim. Hello, Michael, Robert, and Canada Cassandra. I've been lurking around waiting for my time to pounce, and after last episode's absolute embarrassment of a review, I've had to come out of the shadows to blast one. Mikey Bones.
Oh, great.
Michael, you giving an infomercial a better score than The Conjuring would usually be very shocking, but since it's you, I'm not at all shocked. All that gabagool is finally gone to your brain. Since you love films with clips from other films, I'm afraid I'm going to have to nominate Cruel Jaws as my pick on the next Patreon episode.
Wow.
If it does win, I would like to take this time to apologize to Robert the Hump and also Canada Cass, since they understand that 12 Sleighs of Christmas is not a movie and is in no way better than The Conjuring. With that said, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. Much love, the Dummy of Horror.
Now, you don't have to apologize to me for anything, Tim. I'll watch Cruel Jaws right now. That movie's amazing. And also, tip of the cap to Dummies of Horror. They haven't released it yet. I don't know if they've even recorded it yet, but their next episode is their 300th episode. So congratulations on that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah.
I'm sure that, I joke around about Luffy doing all the work and stuff, but Tim works his ass off on that show, and I'm sure he's going to come up with something great.
I don't appreciate you. I don't know how much money Tim paid you to say that shit, but that's not true. Luffy does every fucking thing on that show.
He didn't have to pay me any money. He said gabagool and said he's going to nominate Cruel Jaws. Me and Tim are buddies again.
Fuck you, Rob. You know that's only going to last so long. Called you a hump, too. Don't forget.
Also, he sent me on New Year's Eve, Australia time, so, 3 days before it was New Year here or whatever, the fucking funniest video he shared to our group chat of him drunk out of his fucking mind laying in bed. So I hope you're feeling better, Tim.
And you didn't show it to me? What kind of friend are you? What the hell? Congratulations and all that. I give no credit to Tim. Rob's drunk. All right. Luffy does everything on that show. I will hear nothing else. Also, on the Dummies of Horror this past week, heard some things I didn't like. Gabagool,
Oh, yeah, they did say some stuff that was pretty funny. Gabagool.
Yeah. I thought the war was behind us, Tim.
Didn't they say something about Canada, too?
Yeah, I think
they're like, sorry or something.
You just want me. All right, fine.
I'm Canadian. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Excuse
Cass, it makes him so happy.
It's so funny.
Yeah, whatever.
How do I not? You know? All right. Anyway, what the hell was I? Yeah, that Tim. Look, I appreciate you taking the time to send the message and all, but I also appreciate you giving me the opportunity to repeat everything that I said before one more time. I'd rather watch The 12 Slaves of Christmas over The Conjuring. If I had 1,000 times to pick which movie I wanted to watch, like if I had to watch, or was trapped in a room and had to watch 1,000 movies before I could leave, and there were only 2 to choose from, I would watch The 12 Slaves of Christmas 1,000 times in a row, consecutively, before I would have to watch a Conjuring film. So yes, I stand by what I said.
That's not a bad strategy because the 12 Slaves of Christmas is half the length that a movie should be. So you get out of there in twice as fast.
Yeah, but even if I had to have it set up to where it's enough, I would have to fill the time. I'd still do it.
Well, that's crazy then. Conjuring's much better than that garbage.
No, Conjuring's a piece of shit, and I stand by it. And nothing else will ever have me say anything different. Fuck The Conjuring. Thank you, Tim, for another opportunity to say it. Appreciate that. All right, that's the end of the mailbag. We'll take a quick break. Be back, and we will be talking The Taking of Deborah Logan. Okay, we are back. Again, this is a cast pick, so it's a little interesting to... Maybe it's not fair. You're right.
It wasn't a cast pick.
Yeah, but this is a movie you vouched for a lot, Cass. Like, you were a big fan of this movie.
Not the biggest fan. It was just like a movie that I was shocked you've never seen because there's such like a viral, iconic scene that everyone has seen from this movie.
Yeah,
so
but I'm just saying
that you didn't see it, I was shocked. So we added it to the list. We picked it. So this is a mutual pick that was added to the Slasher Radio watch list.
She will not
cast pick.
She will not take claim of this movie.
I'm not taking claim. No, because then we get yelled at.
We get yelled at.
I always get yelled at.
You're gonna yell at regardless. But anyway, here we are. This is an interesting film. Does anybody want to start with their opening thoughts on it?
Sure. This is the second or third time I've seen this movie. I don't remember which. And I always thought of this movie fondly. I remembered liking it. I posted, now watching on all the different social media that I do and got tons of likes on it. People really, really like this movie, apparently. And watching it today, I don't know why. It's not that good.
Oh, boy.
Like, I couldn't get off my phone. I was bored out of my mind in the second half of this movie.
Okay. This is my first time watching this. I thought it was very... And to keep in mind also, going in, I knew nothing about it. But from the name, The Taking of Deborah Logan, I kind of... I thought maybe this was like a kidnap movie. Something along those lines. Maybe like Hush, sort of, kind of. I didn't know what to expect. Did not expect a possession demon movie. But, and I'm very picky with those, as everybody knows. Just went on about The Conjuring. I don't think they did it well. And I feel like The Taking of Deborah Logan had an approach to a possession film in the proper way. They took the proper steps that I personally like to see in a possession movie. And I feel like they did it pretty well. But the execution of everything around it, it faltered. At points, it was really good. At points, it never got bad, but it just got a little uninteresting. This movie had a good amount of dry spots for me, but I feel like it made up for a little bit of that in different ways that we'll get to throughout talking about it. But overall, man, I'll get to my problems with it. But overall, it was pretty good. Cass, what about you?
I like this movie. I think it's fun. It's a fun watch to just throw on. It's even one of those type of movies that you can just have playing in the background and it will catch your attention. What?
You are psychotic.
What? What do you mean?
Everyone has their own, throw on in the background style of movies. This one would not be it for me. Some fucked up shit in here.
Yeah, well, it's fun. It's a fun movie.
All right. Crazy, but all right. That's fair. No, I'm not mad at it.
I
Just
don't think
saying.
it's that crazy. It was on in the background for me most of the time tonight as I was playing on my phone or doing anything else to be engaged in something.
Ow.
I didn't like it. Like, I'm not going to be savage when it comes to my score, but this was very much a 50-50 movie. I thought the setup was really interesting. Once we got into the story and they started discovering what was actually happening, it was less interesting to me. It's just the back half of this movie is just kind of bland, and somehow we end up in fucking mine shafts or something. I was like, this movie, what the fuck is going on? I wasn't a big fan. I won't tear it apart. Like, in the score is not going to be awful or anything, but this is very much a 50-50 movie. The setup is great, but after that, it doesn't deliver.
I don't know what it is with paranormal. I feel when I said earlier that it handled the possession style film, paranormal film pretty well, I stand by that. But I mean that for today's standards, I guess, or even just in general, like I still don't know, like, it modernized the take as well. You know what I mean? Like it for a modern paranormal movie, it has to do certain things, right? Like, it kind of, unfortunately, The Conjuring is kind of the mold for these things, and movies are going to follow that. And it did to a degree. Like, why do we have to end up in mines and fucking temples and like all these, like, can't we just have a fucking paranormal movie? Like, what, why do you have to go throughout the ends of the earth?
Yeah.
Paranormal movies now.
Yeah.
The Exorcist was one bedroom practically.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. Although we were in Iraq in a dig at the beginning of The Exorcist. But I just, I don't know. I really lost interest in it. I feel like they were setting up something really interesting. And then I guess, at about the halfway point or so, it became just sort of the generic blueprint of this kind of movie. And I lost interest in it and we've talked about that a million times, Mike. It's like every possession movie, they've basically just been remaking The Exorcist in worse for 50 years. And so it kind of started to feel a little bit like that. Not quite the same, but it felt like it was, like you said, I guess it was just following the sort of template of a paranormal movie. And I wasn't interested in that, especially because I think there's a lot of interesting things. Like, the beginning is interesting to me because they're playing with the older woman having Alzheimer's, and so she's doing these weird things, and these weird things are happening with her, but they're able to brush it off because she's been diagnosed with early stage Alzheimer's. And so it gives them an excuse, and that's interesting because normally, like, weird shit will happen and people will be like, it was, that didn't really happen. Like, they don't even give a reason why they don't believe that they happened, even if they see it with their own two eyes, This movie at least had that reason, and I think there's a lot of interesting things that you can play with that. And when it got to the second half, they didn't really do that. They just kind of went standard paranormal route. Yeah. And it also doesn't help that it's found footage. I'm not a fan of found footage. I think, like, at some point in this process, they would stop filming. I mean, you're not. Why is there footage of this?
Yeah.
The only thing that I think about the practicality of, like, if this was happening IRL and we were dealing with this shit, we would want to record it so that we have evidence to show the police about all the fucked up shit that is happening, so we don't end up in jail for, like, showing up with some missing body from years ago.
I guess, but at the same point, that feels like that's the justification that almost every found footage movie gives you in some way or another. We want to document it for some reason, so we're going to keep filming. So even that is just like, all right, that just feels tropey and lazy.
Yeah. Again, you would want to, but once some shit like that happening, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, look, I'm straight up. If that's not my mom, which it wasn't for most of the characters in this movie, and that guy shows up with a gun shooting and shit that night, I'm fucking out of there. I'm done.
Yeah.
Fuck your documentary. I'm leaving.
I said that at a few points here. I was like, look, Homegirls, it's over. Like, it's done. Like, there's nothing that can be done here.
This is like a student film that they're making. It's like her thesis project or something. And yet they're talking about, her family's constantly talking about how they need money to save the house. Like, how much money are they fucking getting paid for being part of a student film project? Like, I feel like that's not enough money to save your house. Right? Yeah. Like, that just, I couldn't make that make sense to me.
That was a bit of a stretch, in my opinion.
One thing that they did do very well, though, and this was mostly what I was talking about when I said they made up for it in certain areas, they were able to bring this movie to some level of a reality. excuse me, as far as the relationship of the possessed with other people and kind of showing that side of things, or at least getting the viewer to understand that side of things. There was one part where they were laying in bed with her after one of the episodes. Oh, it was when she was butt ass naked with her old lady cheeks on that wooden chair. Awful scene. But afterwards, and you know, all that happens, and they're laying in the bed with her, and she's shaking, and you know, having obviously something very physical going on, and they don't know what it is. They still think she's sick, you know, like they really can't quite put their finger on what's going on, and they're trying to hold her and lay in bed with her and hug her, and she's shaking and trying to get her to... Dude, that was like when you say things like we were just joking about where, oh bitch, I'm fucking gone and all that stuff, and people say, oh, just kill him. It's dude, that's why they don't in the movies. But they don't just kill him. They don't just leave or whatever, because they do love this person. It's family. They've grown up with.
Well, yeah, the daughter, I understand why she stuck around. I'm talking about the students that were there making a student film.
Oh yeah.
I'm gone if I'm that, you know, and that ends the movie because they're the ones who are quote unquote making the movie.
But it could also be the relationship that they built with learning about her, you know, her disease that she had, and you know, getting that kind of like sentimental affection towards her of wanting to care for her. And also she's a senior, she's older, so like that, you know, I feel like all three of us, like we, you know, actually Mikey and I, we care for Rob, you know. He's a senior, we want to make sure he's good.
Damn,
he's a little crazy sometimes.
That was in 2026 she said that. That's crazy.
If in the process somebody shows up with a gun and just starts shooting, leave. You know what I mean?
Leave
like,
my old ass
right,
there.
Like leave. Like I'm not your fucking problem at that point.
No, and look, it's a movie. They have to stretch it for, you know, to make the movie happen. I get that, but I'm saying that emotional side, regardless. You know,
Right,
a lot of people, like, that's always the thing. People say, "Oh, just leave." Oh, she's already a demon.
Right.
Just leave. Like,
But you
this
haven't.
is why.
If the answer to that question is, well, it's a movie, that's why they did that. Then you haven't made a very good. You haven't told a very good story.
Okay, but and I understand, but I'm saying as far as the connection with the mother and everything, they made
the mom and daughter, I get. It's the other people. I don't. That doesn't understand. I don't understand.
But I agree with Mikey in the sense of it's just basic human nature of wanting to be able to help in a situation that's going south.
And the best way I can help is to get the fuck out of there.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying for the daughter, usually the paranormal movies and all these things, they don't give you the reason that they care so much. They kind of just throw you, oh, that's the daughter, oh, that's the mother, you know. But they took the time to give you that time between the two characters to show them. You know,
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
It's just
completely
the side
separate
characters. It's the students that are there filming and stuff, and it's not their house, and it's not their mother, and it's not their grandmother, and all that
different
shit.
point entirely. I'm just saying they took the
time.
No,
with the
to
daughter,
show.
I do understand. I get that. Like that, I understand. It's the other people I was talking about. Like I'm fucking.
Well, the
out
one
of there.
guy did dip. Like,
yeah, good for him.
So
he's smart. He's like that guy in Friday the 13th Part 2, stayed at the bar and never went back to camp and lived.
Yeah.
One thing that I think this movie did well too. Well, I'll stick on the positives for it. And honestly, most of my notes were positive. But they did a good job with going from 0 to 100, and that kind of controlled chaos. It keeps the viewer engaged. It's quick. It's fast. Doesn't take a ton of time. Like, it serves a lot of purposes in a movie, but it has to be done well for it to actually serve that purpose and not just be terrible. I feel like they did that well here. This movie would just take off and they're screaming and camera throwing and, you know, all this shit, and it's chaos, and then it's gone. And it's really impressive how they were able to do that pretty seamlessly. Like, I didn't notice anywhere, like, there were spots where it was done better, where it was done worse, but I don't think it was ever done bad.
And I feel like that's how it ties into like what Rob was saying about seeing this movie for, you know, what, like the third or fourth time now, and it's not hitting as well as it did the first time. I feel like the more you rewatch this movie, those moments don't hit as hard as they do the first time. Like, I remember the very first time that I watched this movie, and you see the scene of her in the cave that, you know, it's the viral scene from this movie. Everyone's seen it. Everyone's seen the clip of it. And, yeah, like, it doesn't have that same effect it did the first or second time when you see it, but they still do. Like, there are certain scenes in the movie that I was like, oh, fuck, I completely forgot that happened. But, like, yeah, that's a good scene that, like, you know, kept my attention and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as that goes, they did do a good job of that. And not only did they do a good job of ramping it up like that, but then they did a really good job of calming things back down after you would have those big moments. Because the movie does kind of go up and down throughout, which is nice if done right. And they do it well here, because what I get in a lot of these sort of, slow burn movies is everything is super slow and then everything pops off and then the movie's over. But they do a good job of doing that kind of throughout. So yeah, I agree with you on that, Mikey.
Yeah, it's because it just came from out of nowhere. And the first time it happened, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then it happened
But then
again.
it would calm back down.
Oh,
they would
very
talk
quickly.
to the doctor. The doctor would talk about how, she's, maybe her disease is advanced further than we thought or whatever. And they would change the medication. And so then it would seem like everything was good again. And then suddenly it would pop off again. They did do a really good job with that. There were things I liked about this movie. That was one of the things that I did like about this movie. The other thing, and this cannot be understated, that woman acted her ass off in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
I mean,
yeah.
she's tremendous.
All the performances I feel were good. I feel they were.
Mm.
Yeah, come on. Nobody was bad.
The daughter was good, and Deborah Logan was incredible. Everybody else was just okay.
Yeah, but they weren't bad. They were good.
No, they were fine.
Yeah, like I don't think there was a bad performance. I do feel that the main performances did help the others. Like you kind of get that shine.
Also,
in the scenes.
Because when you get a movie like this, it really feels like the main characters are the people who are making the documentary, right? They're the ones that we're going to see everything through their eyes, and we do, because they're making the documentary and they're shooting everything. But they don't seem to have as big a roles as the mother and daughter do.
Yeah.
So that is sort of an interesting sort of twist on what we see from most found footage movies that are made in this sort of, like fake documentary style, whatever you want to call it. Typically the filmmakers would be the main characters, but I don't think that's the case in this movie. And so they're okay, but I wouldn't say everybody's great or anything. Like they're okay. But the mother and daughter are both great.
Yeah. Where else? There was some other. Okay. This movie too. They used the technique. I don't know exactly what to call it, but it's like I call them typically like cheating found footage movies. You know what I mean? Where like it's found footage, but there's scenes where it's not, and it's just out of nowhere. How do you feel about those?
Those are bad found footage movies.
But that's what they did here.
Right. This isn't a good movie. It's fine. It's fine. It's not good. Found footage movie, you have to do a couple of things. One is you have to give me a reason why the camera's there.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, then you've lost me. And they kind of do that in this, but also kind of not. Because like I said, I think at some point you're not filming that shit anymore for your documentary. Like that shit's out the window. They did like they used, there was stuff that was in here that was clearly edited in, so it's not really found footage. Like it's not really explained, I guess. I don't know. I didn't like it.
It doesn't bother me, and I'm a found footage guy.
I know, yeah, but I think it's lazy found footage making. I think we want to make a found footage movie. Usually they want to do it that style because it's cheap. That's usually the reason why that we get found footage movies. But then they don't quite know how to do something found footage, so they cheat. And then it's like, well, you couldn't even commit to that premise.
Yeah, but it doesn't bother me though. It just doesn't. I don't know. It's just kind of. I feel like we've moved past people wanting to just make found footage movies because they're cheap. Like people actually just love found footage movies. And
yeah, the wrong people like those though.
It's not true.
I also feel like if a found footage movie takes place in a home or like a residential area or somewhere where there's a lot of people around, it doesn't hit as different as something like the Blair Witch, where it makes sense for them to constantly be recording because it's pretty much maybe the last time anyone's ever going to see them. So they want, clues of where they were or something to help find their bodies or find them. And that's why I feel like any sort of found footage movie that is not in an abandoned place or somewhere where they're completely like disassociated from society is always going to be like why are you still filming? Why aren't you putting the camera down? Why aren't you leaving? Why?
Right. And also with Blair Witch, you run into that they can't leave. They're trying to leave and they can't.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the whether I believe why they're still recording or not goes movie to movie, because I know that was a big complaint a lot of people had about Cloverfield. But I
Yeah.
bought that because there's this amazing thing that no one in the world has ever seen, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like wanting to document that
Yeah,
shit.
so I bought the premise there, but then there are a lot of times where that just feels like the lazy excuse that they're giving as to why the camera's still rolling. You know, some of the best found footage movies these days, and Mikey, you're going to love that I'm saying this, are things like Paranormal Activity, where they have the static, like security camera kind of stuff set up in houses. That makes 1,000% why the cameras are running, because those cameras are always running.
Yep, 100%.
There's a little hack that they've figured out
Yeah.
there, and it's very innovative. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I forgive it. It's still a movie, you know, at the end of the day.
I
Like,
know,
we
but
we're gonna
you
watch it.
have chosen to make a movie in this style, so now
It's
you
fine.
have to make me believe that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of become the modern style, though, man, where they're like, you know, have one, at least a toe or two out to just kind of, you know, do what they want to do. And
Yeah,
it don't bother
that
me.
maybe that's why I don't like found footage movies these days. Like,
Do you?
I just don't like them. Also, like, I'm over that whole thing. I'm tired. When somebody says, "Oh, you should watch this," and I say, "What is it?" and they say it's a found footage, I'm out. Like, I'm very rarely am I going to watch it.
Do you think you would have enjoyed it more if the second half of the film or like the ending of the film was showing you, you know, the video footage of the hospital, the video footage, and opposed to them going to like a cave, they go back to the house or something, and now you're seeing the video footage of all the cameras that they put up around the house instead of it being like a handheld camera at that point?
I
Because
think it
shit was
would've-
going so south.
It would have worked better, I think, but I do think that the reason I tuned out was because I got bored with the story, because I knew where it was going,
Mm-hmm.
and because it feels like a story that I've seen 1,000 times before.
Mhm.
Like, there's nothing. It starts out with a very interesting and unique premise, and
Mhm.
it turns into just another one of these movies.
Yeah. It
And
does.
that's the main pitch that I said to Mikey when we were like when he said that he's never seen this movie before. I said I feel like you're gonna like it just because it's a different spin on a typical movie that you've probably seen before. It just has that unique spin of thinking that this is dementia and this is a really sad disease that this woman is dealing with, but it's actually something else because that really
And-
hasn't ever been like touched on or done.
And it would have been nice if they followed through with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like throughout the film. And you know, I agree with Rob at that point. And it's very hard to get me to be happy about a paranormal
Yeah.
movie. Like, I'm very picky with my paranormal movies.
And I love. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I love the scene with like her in the cave, like that whole thing where she's fucking eating the kid's head. But then as we were watching it, you literally said, I hope that it doesn't go back to like, oh, grandma's okay after this, because that
Yeah.
is so unrealistic and so off kiltered that like that woman should be dead.
Yeah.
And you know, it would have been a sad ending and like the curse would have been broken and all that shit. But it's just I'm sick of certain scenarios that happen that you're like, how could her jaw and her face go
Right.
back to normal after something like that? When
She's been broken.
yeah,
You know, she's been broken.
Yeah.
So, all right, fair enough. And yeah, I guess we're all kind of on the same wavelength with it, which is kind of a little more, a little less, I guess. But yeah, that really upset me because I was sitting there watching all this shit, dude, and you think about that, like this movie, like I said, it ties you to reality with like emotions on certain things, and you know they really tried. They made it a point to hit those notes and make it real and make it hit those tones. She can't be okay after this. Like her as a human being, whether this demon is destroyed or not, her body has been broken. You know, like way beyond repair with all this, and it would have been nice, like in another way too, in that direction, where if like you should have just went full on with the clear direction this story was going.
Right.
You know, like that, it would have been a no brainer. But yeah, it just didn't stick the landing. It had a really good premise, and then they were like, all right, but now let's do the paranormal. Let's remake The Conjuring again. It's like, bro,
yeah,
you should have just kept doing something different, dude. It would have been better.
like her body was taking different forms when she had like all the blisters and all the shit on her back. So I don't understand why something as drastic as her fucking jaw snapping like a snake doesn't stick. Like, she should have been in the hospital with a broken jaw if they were going to keep her alive, But she just
Absolutely.
gets, like, you just see her like she's completely fine and normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
And
pissed
also,
me.
why, prison and all that kind of thing.
But that too.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And they focus more on, like, the little kid at the end, too, where they kind of
do.
show her, and she gives that weird look to the camera, like something's now attached to her. But
yeah,
it just didn't, the execution wasn't there.
It wasn't.
But I understand, like, I get why Cass would like this movie so much. It's about a Canadian doctor coming down and killing nice young American kids.
That's crazy, though, how she did that, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes sense.
See that? So this man says he's paying attention to the movie, and he's playing fucking TCM at the same time, and that scene happens, and I'm like, bitch is not even saying any sort of Canadian. You bullshit you did, because you would have been on my ass about making some sort of Canadian joke.
I can't catch all of them.
I'm glad you guys invited me to watch it with you. That's real nice.
You always tell us no.
We ask you.
You could ask.
No.
It's nice to be invited. You didn't ask this time. It's nice to be invited.
It's nice to be able to tell us no.
Right. It's nice to be invited. That's what I said.
To disappoint us.
But yeah, I multitasked. All right. Well, I do.
I'm not like, normally I would be mad at you and yelling at you, Mikey. I was playing on my fucking phone. Like, I was just like, you reached the halfway point in this movie. Like, about the time they find that documentary about the doctor and they hit play on it, and that fucking sociologist or whatever starts talking, I'm like, oh, fuck this. I'm on my phone. I'm checking my messages. I'm fucking around, Like, that's about the point I checked out.
And let's not act like we haven't both seen Cass playing Fortnite.
Oh,
while
during
watching
the fucking show. Should be trying to sneak doing shit while we're recording the show.
Yeah, so I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit. All right,
no, I signed in one time to Dead by Daylight to get fucking blood points, and Rob caught me. Now I don't fucking go online on Steam when I do that shit when we're recording, because I don't want Rob yelling at me. So
she hides, she sneaks it. Look at that, she admits it.
She's still sneaking.
I'm sneaking it from my father, okay?
Look at this. It's hiding weed and they're fucking under a mattress from my dad. That's fucking unbelievable.
Yep.
All right. Does anyone else have any other points on this? I think I was kind of out.
Why did it take them so long to find her when the switchboard started going off? The switchboard is going off in the house, and they check like 4 rooms, and then they're like, oh, let's go to the room where the switchboard thing is. And it's like, what, are you fucking stupid?
Yeah.
Like, that pissed me off. And it's a small thing. Like, it's a little detail. It's a Mikey, right? It's a Mikey who picks up one thing. But I was just like, what the fuck would you look there first? That doesn't make any sense.
That's a fair point, dude. Look, if you are that common sense, like, just don't do that. Yeah. There's certain things where it's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
You're right to be mad.
The fucking thing's going off. That's probably where she is. Go look there first. Instead, it was like the 4th place they looked or something. And I was just like, are you guys fucking idiots? What are we doing?
You feel better?
You give a good point to these things, though. And, that's the nice thing about these conversations that we have, because there's points that Rob is saying that I'm fully seeing this movie in a different light now, thinking, oh shit, yeah, he's right, even though I don't like to fucking agree with Rob.
Well, you should agree with me. I'm very smart, Cass.
Why? Why do you have to lie to people?
All
right. Time for the facts?
Physax.
Stop calling them that.
2026. Oh, is it 2026-7?
No!
Oh. Is that a thing kids are doing? Oh, God, I hope that's a thing.
Why would you hope it's a thing? No, it's not a thing. It's
just
I
can do it. It'll be fun.
There's no 7.
They don't care. All right. Are you ready for the Physax, guys?
Yeah.
All right. Physax for the Taking of Deborah Logan. Budget, $1.5 million estimated. Worldwide gross, $407,782.
I'm not gonna lie, man. $1 million, I respect it a little more. Like, I know that's a lot of money, but yeah, I feel like they did a lot with that $1 million.
Yeah.
Sets and everything, and yeah, I feel like they did a lot.
Well, I have a feeling that cast might have cost them some on this. I mean, Anne Ramsey, I recognized her. She was in, I remember her from the TV show Mad About You. And then the woman who played Deborah Logan had a long run. I mean, like 2 decades or something on like All My Children. Like, they're not completely unknown actors that they hired.
Yeah.
Sad to report, Mikey, there is no Danza in the Taking of Deborah Logan.
Like, how does this one, like, leave this one alone? I don't
Mikey,
even like
you
this
never
one.
know. You never know. We're gonna come across that time where we watch a horror movie and he makes a guest appearance, or he's in the background, or something happens, or he's related to someone that's in the movie. There's gonna be a connection one day. When that one day happens, Rob will be on it. So leave him alone.
No.
I
No.
thought we would get more dances when I started this thing, to be honest with you, and it really hasn't come up that often.
No.
Okay, so just a few facts for this one, a few physics, if you will. This film was not screened for critics, which is usually a bad sign. That usually means the distributor doesn't have faith in it, so they don't want early bad word to get out on it. Deborah says Sarah used to be a ball player, and Anne Ramsey, the actress who plays Sarah, was in the movie A League of Their Own.
All right. Interesting.
And finally, Desjardins means of the garden in French, giving a clue as to where he is.
Yeah.
That's it. Not a whole lot of no interesting facts, honestly.
No,
he
For
was
the Taking of
Canadian.
Deborah Logan.
oh my God. Canada, don't nobody care.
It's funny.
What did you say?
He was Canadian.
Oh,
Not
well,
actually,
he was Canadian. Yeah,
but in the movie he was.
yeah. So
Damn Canadian.
those are the physics. Not a lot of interesting stuff there for the Taking of Deborah Logan, but hey, that's the nature of the physics. Sometimes they're super fascinating. Sometimes they're that.
That's the danger. All right. What is super fascinating is our scores and what we thought of this bad boy. So it's time to score them. Robert, you always have yours ready. Would you like to go first?
Yeah, this movie I did not like as much as I remembered liking it. I did think the lead performance was really good. I liked the first half. I did not like the second half. I'm not giving it a straight 5. I will give it a 5.1.
That'd have been 2 weeks in a row. We were rookie numbers. Well, two
Yeah,
episodes in a row.
I decided it was a smidge better than a 5.
Oh, so that was an intentional. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm around the same area, man. It's 2 weeks in a row. I'm giving a score in this similar fashion. Last episode, I gave There's Something in the Barn a 5.8. I'm going to give The Taking of Deborah Logan a 5.5. I was flipping back and forth between 5.5 and 5.6. I just don't know, man. There's something about this thing where somewhere in the middle, and that's exactly where the score lands, of how interesting the concept was and how much of a good start they were off to with this movie, and how they didn't sink the landing, but how well everything was done throughout, effects wise, and just the quality of the film, cinematography, all that thing, like the filmmaking aspect of it was really good. Like, so how bad could it be? Like, the performances range from great to good, a lot more sided on the good than the great, sure, but there was a little bit of both in there. None bad to me. It can't be much lower than that. 5.5 is fair. Guess?
I am on kind of the same boat as the two of you. You touched on all the same topics that I kind of agreed on when it came to this movie. I felt like the first watch was pretty good. Movie is not aging that well, too, but that's a small factor in it. I'm giving it an 8 point. Sorry, not an 8. A 5.8. A 5.8.
Damn. Cassie lost her damn mind.
No. No, I'm giving it a 5.8.
All right, that's a fair score.
Yeah. So we're all right there in that same neighborhood on this one.
The movie was mid through and through.
Yeah. It was slightly better than mid.
And the total for it, the average, 5.5. Pretty fucking mid.
Yeah.
Mid as shit.
I had to change my Letterboxd score. I had it initially scored at a 3 on Letterboxd. I dropped it to a 2.5. Yeah, it just...
I got to do my Letterboxd, dude.
It wasn't, it just wasn't as good this time around. And I think it's a lot of what you were talking about before, like the sort of craziness, the moments where it gets as hectic weren't as surprising this time, and sort of the flaws were a little more apparent this time around, maybe. I just I didn't like it that much.
All right, fair enough. I'm doing my Letterboxd too. Also, you guys, as well as Carly, would be happy to know that I have changed the position of my Letterboxd app in my phone. It is now at the main home screen of my phone.
Okay.
Good.
That's good. Right?
Good for you.
Yeah.
I have a folder called movies, and it's in there.
No, I got this sumbitch right because I want to remember to be better at doing it.
All right, good job.
All right. Well, there it is. The Taking of Deborah Logan. One of the movies off the list. Nice.
Yep. Take it off the list, Mikey.
Go off the
On
list.
the list.
All right, guys. Make
Hey.
sure to follow us on what?
Nothing.
Oh.
I'm just saying A to Rob.
Make sure to follow everything we're listed on YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, iTunes, whatever you follow, all social medias. Yeah, you can just check out the link. Instagram, all that stuff. Make sure you follow us at Slasher Radio. I got Slashies coming up January 22nd and January 29th. Voting will be open next week. The voting will be open before the next episode drops. So make sure you follow us on our social medias, on Twitter and everything else. So you get in there and you can get your votes in. And remember the tagline of the Slashies: can't bitch if you didn't vote.
That's right.
Yep. So and we know people are gonna bitch after this. If you didn't vote, you don't get to bitch.
And even if you vote, we don't want to hear it.
Well, but if you vote, we're obligated to hear it, though, is the thing. We don't want to hear it. We're obligated to hear it and acknowledge you. But you got to vote. Otherwise, then we really don't want to fucking hear it. Then we don't give a shit what you have to say. So if you want your bitch card, you got to get in there and vote. So follow us on everything. Review the show, too. Another thing.
Oh, yeah. That'd help. 5 stars, please.
That'd be preferable. Honest reviews as well. But just get in there and review it nonetheless. Also, if you are listening on YouTube, you can comment, you can like it, throw a subscribe.
Put some R's right there in the chat.
R's
we don't
in
have
the
a
chat,
chat,
baby.
We definitely don't got a chat on that YouTube. We can't even start a chat on that YouTube channel. But yeah, nonetheless, follow us, subscribe, all that stuff. Help the show. And I'm at Mikey's Dead. Robert, where they finding you?
I'm around at Radio Rob123. You can also listen to the other show that I do, the Nick fucking Woo Cagecast, Willem Dafoe, where we are going through the Willem Dafoe filmography in chronological order.
Big Dick Dafoe!
Oh my god.
That is
also,
so fun.
I don't know when this comes out, but I'll be on Our Life in Horror. They're doing a live stream on the 14th, I believe is the date. Talking about I Am Legend, so you can check that out.
Oh, I'll be there too.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. We're both gonna be on that one. God damn. Why would they put us on the same one? Like I got to deal with you. Why do I got to be with you?
It's gonna be fun. Hanging out over there. I mean, it usually's fun anyway. We'll see how this one goes.
We'll see. Well, I'm gonna be there, so it's automatically gonna be more fun. Like out of the rip.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna be on that too. So yeah, check us out at Our Life in Horror on YouTube, the 14th. That's live though, so like if they have VODs and everything up, but it'd be nice if you were there live. You don't catch it live on the 14th. Do you know what time that is, Rob?
7 p.m. Eastern.
Hell of a deal. All right, guys. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I did the Big Dick Dafoe thing.
You're forgetting to let Cass plug her shit.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like I did the Big Dick Dafoe thing. Yeah, I did.
You did it.
I don't want to forget to do that ever. All right, this is going to be a regular thing. I enjoy it a lot. Cass, where they find you?
I'm around on the webs, Makeup Ex Mistress.
You just sounded so old. The webs. Holy shit.
The interwebs.
Jeez. All right, guys. We will catch you next week. Good night from Slasher Radio. God damn.
Yeah, it's over here like, check me out at http://
Yeah, honestly.
MySpace.
All the best with Slasher Radio Podcast. All the best with Slasher Radio Podcast.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.